Yes, please. From your place. You have 30 seconds only. Please. From your place. Yes. Yes, explain. Yes.
Tragedy that can be reformed for television or theatre or radio.
Okay.
It consists of tragedy and comedy and tragic comedy.
Okay.
The tragic comedy are concerned by comparing between
Okay.
the tragedy and comedy. Not all the end with the death. That means it's tragedy.
Right.
But and the comedy is end with happy.
10 seconds. Okay.
With happy ends, and the comic and the tragedy is end with.
Your name, please. Your name. Fatma what? Yes. Anybody else? Anybody else? Yes, please, lady. 30 seconds.
Elements of drama.
Yes, right.
We talk about elements of drama. Which are on symbolism and characters and dialogue between others on the stage. 15 seconds. On the stage and we talk about conversation. Should be understanding to listener.
Okay. Your name, please. Anybody else? Yes, lady.
What's drama?
Okay.
Drama is a Greek word which is derived from drum. That means to be or to perform. It's a kind of a genre of.
Okay. What about the elements of drama? Can you tell me about the elements of drama?
Yes.
Okay.
We have 6 elements of drama.
Okay.
Characters and plot and dialogue and sitting and direction.
Your name, please.
Rashaya.
Yes. Anybody else? Yes. Yes, please.
Drama is a Greek word which is
the elements of drama. Can you tell me?
Yes, sir. First one, the characters. Second, the plot. Third, the dialogue. Fourth, the music. And the fifth is the stage craft and the direction.
Okay. Yes. Your name, please.
Zensha.
What about the types of characters? You can tell me the types of characters. The types of characters. Yes, please.
So, direct representation and indirect representation.
Okay.
Character types. About history of drama.
No elements of drama.
Elements of drama. We have 6 elements of drama.
Okay, quick.
First one, plot, character, theme, points of view, and objective or dramatic, symbols, and order.
Your name, please. Okay. I want the types of dialogue. You can tell me about the types of dialogue. You can tell me. Yes, please.
We have 4 types.
Okay.
The first is conversation.
Okay.
And soliloquy and aside. And monologue.
Okay. Yes, thank you. That's right. Yes. Anybody else? The types of characters. Anybody else? Okay, the elements of plot. You can tell me about the elements of plot. Yes, please. No, the plot. Yes, please. Anybody else? Yes?
So, a plot means a sequence of events or deeds of which story is produced.
Okay, the elements. Can you tell me the elements of plot? Okay, your name? I wrote your name. Okay. Yes, please.
Yes, we have 4 types of plot. It's exposition and conflict and climax and resolution. The end of the plot.
Your name, please.
Rashaya.
Okay. And you can tell me about setting. What is a setting? Setting. S-E-E-T-T-I-N-G. Yes, lady?
Switching the background time has 4 types.
Yes.
Culture and historical birth and geographical and art.
Okay, your name, please. So characters, nobody? Should be prepared. Come on. the characteristics of Elizabethan drama. You can tell me something about the characteristics of Elizabethan drama. Okay, in this lecture we are going to talk about the characteristics of Elizabethan drama and the elements of drama. Okay, now Elizabethan drama. You know, drama and theater, it rose from the ashes during the Elizabethan drama. It was so perfect, so beautiful, so powerful, so philosophical, okay, so thoughtful, so meaningful. You could find all types of people, all types of thoughts. You know, drama in the Elizabethan age, it was universal, okay? It was classic. What's the meaning of classic? Classic? A classic work of art is a work that fits all times and places, okay? A classic work is a work of art that fits all time and places, okay? So, we will find that so many classic works during the Elizabethan drama. For example, we have Shakespeare, we have Marlowe, we have other, illuminating characters, illuminating figures who wrote in drama. Okay, but there are some reasons and some, the historical context, some supporting factors that helped for the rise, okay, of Elizabethan drama. We may mention some points about the Elizabethan drama. Okay, number one. The rise of professional characters. Previously, during the medieval ages and in ancient, yes, thank you very much. During the medieval ages and in ancient England or in ancient history, almost all the characters, all the actors, performers, were vagabonds. They were poor people, maybe sometimes they were criminals, they were, their specialization was not acting, okay? They were common people, they had no job, so they went and became actors in plays and drama, okay? So, it was not so professional. Acting was not professional during the previous times. But in the Elizabethan age, we see the rise of professional actors, We know that Shakespeare was perfect, we know that Marlowe was perfect. But there are other factors that help so much for the rise of these names. One of these factors, one of these supporting forces was the rise of professional actors. Now, acting in drama, acting in plays became a profession, profession. Yes, it became a job. So, if you want to be successful in drama, you should be very perfect in performing, okay? So that gave rise to this drama. For example, when you want to go to a cinema or theater movie and you want to watch a movie, most of you focus on the actor rather than the movie. Okay. For example, you like to watch Johnny Depp. Okay. So you look for the movies that are performed by Johnny Depp. Okay, so you focus on the actor rather than the movie, rather than the plot, the story, directing the movie. So actors help so much in drama. They attracted the people, they attracted common people. They were magnetizing, they were magnetizing poor people and common people to come and watch drama and watch plays, okay, to be present in the theaters. So professional actors help so much in this respect. We have another reason, another factor that was different from previous times. Places of performance. Previously, we mentioned that a drama or plays were performed where? Yes, please. Yes, on stage, but where exactly? Yes? In the churches, okay? Previously in the medieval ages and before that, plays were performed in churches, okay? So that's why you find when a play is performed in the church, what would be the theme? What do you think? Religious, yes. The theme would be religious, okay? They give you Christian instructions, okay? There would be censorship. Censorship? Censorship, okay? There would be censorship. There would be Christian instructions, okay? So because the church was dominating a drama, okay? Church was, limiting and confining the drama. You were not free to present or to write whatever you wanted to do, okay? That's why church dominated most of the parts, most of the fields of drama. Now in the Elizabethan period, we see, a change, a slight change. We see 3 places of performance plays. Who can tell me? Yes, please. Yes.
Stage.
Okay. Yes. In all plays we have a stage, but where the place? The place. Yes, please.
The theater.
Okay, that's one. And what else? Yes, please. Again, please. Audience, you mean? No. Audience are the people who are watching the play. Yes, please.
Marketplace.
Again, please.
Marketplace.
Market, you mean? In market? Okay. You are close. Okay, we can say that. Number 2. Yes, please. Another place?
The garden of the church.
Okay, the garden of the church. Yes, it remained to be performed in the garden of the church, in the yard of the church, but it was limited most than before. So, and the third place was, the inns. Okay, the meaning of inn, I-double-N, inns. Yes, some kind of old building for travelers to inhabit, to sleep. Okay, so it is some old and dirty, or maybe some unsuitable place for travelers.
Like motel nowadays.
Yes, you can say that. That's right. That's very good. So we have 3 places. Number 1, in carts or horse-drawn coaches. Okay, horse-drawn coaches. What's the meaning of horse-drawn coaches? Horse-drawn coaches. What's the meaning of this? A coach or a cart or a bus that is drawn by a horse. Okay, by a horse. Okay? Yes, a box or a small room that is made of wood and drawn by a horse. Okay, it's called carts or horse-drawn coaches. Okay, so this was number 1. What do you think? Who would be the audience in this stage? Who would be the audience? What do you just imagine that you are watching a play on a cart, okay? What do you think? What would be the audience? Yes, please. Travelers? No, the inns. Okay, the travelers are in inns, not here. Yes, please. No, vice versa. The opposite of nobles. Yes. Farmers and common people. Yes, poor people, common people. So the audience of this type, okay, of stages were common people, were poor people. Okay, that's why they performed low comedy. Okay, you know low comedy. Low comedy is a type of comedy that gives you only laughter, just to make you laugh. Okay, no moral lesson, no philosophy, no thought, no idea, okay, just to make you laugh, okay? Because the audience are poor people, are common people. They do not adopt, for example, Shakespearean plays or for example Dr. Faustus or Hamlet and so on, okay? They adopt some low comedies, okay? Because the audience are common people. They are not, middle class or high class people. That's why they should adopt some low comedy just to make you laugh, just to give you laughter, okay? That's number one. We have another place for performing, plays, which is the inns. Number two. There's another place, as I told you, which is the inn. The inn, they would make a stage in the yard of the inn. The yard, okay? They would make a stage in the shape of you, like this, in the shape of you, and the audience would sit here, okay? Like this, okay? This was the shape of the stage in the inns, okay? This was somehow more developed, more advanced than the plays in the parks, okay? Why? What do you think? Why? It was more advanced, more progress. What do you think? Yes, please. Yes, because the audience, yes. Yes, right, very good. Yes, please. Yes, please. Any idea? Yes, please.
It's the more number of the audience than the cars.
Right. That's another reason. Okay, so it was more advanced, more developed than the cars. Why? Because you would find more classy people, okay, travelers. Although they were commoners, but they were somehow more developed, more classy people. Okay, that's why they adopted some higher type of plays, okay? Most of them, they adopted, classic works, okay? That's why, it was more advanced, more developed. And here, by the way, in this point, the stage, the car, it was a moving theater. It was a moving theater. It was moving from one place into another, from one city into another, okay? Maybe from one country into another, just to make money, okay? So it was a moving stage from one place to another, okay? So it was, it was a mobile stage. And here is, as I told you, it was more developed than the previous one. We have a third type. One of you mentioned the third type, which was, who said the theater? We have theaters. This type of place or stage, it was the most advanced, the most developed type, okay, of stages. It was a very prestigious, classy, very beautiful building that had a very, very ordered stage, a very large, huge, and very beautiful stage, okay? And the audience, what do you think? What about the audience? Yes, please.
From the classical.
Yes, thank you. Yes, please.
Loyal people and
Very good, perfect. Yes, please.
Nobles and dukes.
Yes, very good. Okay, so, the audience were so classy, were noble people, were loyal people, okay? Educated, sophisticated, okay? They were so perfect, so classy, so prestigious people, okay? They were from the high class people. They were attending in this type, okay, of theaters. What do you think? They were adopting what type of plays? Yes, please. Tragedies, maybe. Yes, maybe some famous comedies. Okay, the highest type, the most educated, sophisticated type of drama. They adopted this type of drama because of the audience. The audience were, high, from loyal type, loyal class of the society. Okay, so it was so beautiful, so prestigious building that represented so high-level plays, okay, of great figures, of dramatists. About the audience, there was a problem here. You just imagine that this class is a theater, okay, and you are the audience, and here there would be a place, a cabin here. They would build a cabin here in this place with the king or the princes. Okay, here they would sit here and they would watch the play. The audience, there was a problem with the audience. The audience here, they were superficial. You know, superficial. Okay, they were superficial. They were not real. Okay, classy people. In the shape, they were educated and sophisticated, but in the mind, intellectually, no, they were empty, like an empty sheet. Okay, how would they watch the play? Their eyes was on the play, but their mind was on the king. Okay, here on the cabin, they would observe the reaction of the king to the play. Okay, if the king was so eager to watch the play, if he was so interactive, okay, if he was enjoying the play, so that means the play is good. Otherwise, if the king was yawning like this, okay, or he was sleepy or not interested in the play, that means the play is not good. So they would hoot and they would leave the theater if they would observe the king, not interested in the play. So they were not real audience. They were just imitating the king. Okay, they were not using their minds. That's the problem in the theater, in this type of theater. Okay, now we have a third, factor in the Renaissance. In the Renaissance period. Forbidding public theaters.
So sorry, I will pause in your discussion.
Okay, I'm trying to speak so slow, okay? Speaking slow, it hurts me, okay? I can't speak so slow. Okay, I'll try, okay? Forbidding public theaters. What's the meaning of forbidding? Yes, please? Okay, yes?
Something prevented?
Yes, okay, the prevention. Okay, not allowed, okay? Forbidding public theaters. There was a problem. In the previous lecture we said one of the characteristics of the Renaissance period was Reformation, okay? Right? Do you remember? What is Reformation? You can tell me what is Reformation. Yes, please?
Restore the Greek literature.
No, that's classicism. That's classicism. Yes, lady?
From the Catholic
Right. Yes, very good. So the conversion, the change from Catholicism into the Protestant Church, that is called, Reformation in the Renaissance period. Okay. Now, there was a problem when the conversion happened, when the change happened from Catholic Church into Protestant Church. A group of extremist Christians happened. Extremist. ISIS is extremist. Okay. ISIS is extremist. What's the meaning of extremist in Arabic? Yes, please? Okay, that's right. Okay? So a group of extremist Christians, rose. They were called the Puritans. The Puritans. Who can tell me about the Puritans? Who were the Puritans? Yes, please? No. Yes, please?
People, a kind of people of Protestant
Okay.
do what they prevent and prevent what they do.
Okay, you're almost there. Yes, right. Yes, please?
Sir, like the Amish nowadays?
Yes, you can say that. Okay, but there's a slight difference maybe. Okay? Look, the Puritans are a group of people of extremist Protestant group. Okay, they are a group of extremist Protestants who believed that England was not totally purified from the presence of Catholic Church. Okay, they believed that England was not totally cleaned from the Catholic Church. So they tried so hard to remove, all the marks, everything about Catholic Church. Okay, they killed so many people. Okay, they had so many problems with the court, with the government. with the people, with everybody, because they thought that England was not clean from the presence of the Catholic Church. Okay, so they tried to purify, to clean England. Okay, and they were active during the 16th and 17th century. Later on, they were devastated. Okay, so this was the problem here. The Puritans and some officials, officials, people of government, they are called officials, مسؤولين, okay, officials. The Puritans and some officials, okay, not the government, not the court, not the queen or not the king, okay, only the Puritans and the officials. They forbid public theaters, okay. They forbid public theaters. Why? Who can tell me? Yes, please.
Because these theaters was practicing Catholic teaching.
Okay, not so close. Okay, thank you. That was good. Yes, please. Yes. Look. First, we have maybe 4 reasons for this. First, they believed that theater was not presenting Christian instructions. Okay. Theater was not reflecting the instructions of the Protestant church, okay? So they said that they believed that the theater was forbidden, it was not good, okay? It is a sin, okay? So they forbid public theaters, okay? There is another reason, from the fear for moral grounds, for moral grounds, for moral reason, moral? Moral, okay, for moral reasons, because at that time, they were not so, they didn't stick so much to religious instructions, so there were some moral problems when they gathered together. Okay, the audience had some problems in morality. Another reason was the fear of plague. Okay, the fear of plague. What's the meaning of plague? Yes, please. Very good. Okay, the fear of plague, like today in Iraq. What do we have? What kind of plague we have? Okay, yes, cholera. We have cholera. That's plagues are supposed to be dead. We shouldn't have no. Yes, please. Yes. Yes. So they were fear of plague. In the history of England, you will find so many, sometimes, for twice or 3 times, you find that the population of England halved. Okay, it was halved. 50% of the population of England died because of the plague. And in other European countries, you would find that almost 75% of the population of some countries died because of the plague. So the plague was so problematic. Or during the World War II, okay, the Second World War, how many people died because of flu? Flu, flu? Hey, how many?
50 million.
Yes, 50 million died because of flu. It was so horrific. It was so terrible. It was so fearful. You just imagine that you were living during those ages. You would not guarantee your life. And at any moment you would die because of plague. Okay, that was so, risky and so, hurting your conscience and, shaking your life, shaking the stability of your life. It was so horrific. So, because of the fear for moral grounds, okay, fear of plague. Okay. And the third reason was the fear of fire. The fear of fire, okay? In the past times, houses were built by what? Wood. By wood, yes, right? Okay? Yes. Yes, they were built by wood. So it was so easy to get burned. Okay, you know, we have so many events in the history that cities were burnt down to ground for just a simple fire. Okay, all the city was, you know, demolished and destroyed because of a single fire. And even in the history of Baghdad, okay, you'll find that so many times, you know, the site of Karkh, it was burnt by fire to the ground, okay, for just a simple fight. Okay, they would burn the whole city. So there was another reason that they feared public theaters for fear of fire. Okay. And there was another reason, fear of sedition, okay, or public protest against the government, against the court, fear of sedition.
So,
Yes, please.
can we say fear of revolution?
Yes, fear of revolution, fear of public protest against the government, fear of sedition, okay. So, you know, the political situation was shaky, okay, was shaky. So when people gathered around, they would protest against the government, against the court. So they prevented public theaters for the fear of public, you know, protest against the government. These are the main reasons why public theater was forbidden. That's why they made secret theaters, okay, they made some secret theaters outside the city. For example, 5 or 10 or 20, they would gather together and they would tell each other in secret that tomorrow we'll have a secret theater outside the city. Come, let's go. Okay, so there were secret theaters. Okay, it did not die totally. They had secret theaters on the ground maybe or outside the cities. Okay. This? You want explanation or clarification of what? Explain? Okay. You want to explain?
Spelling.
The spelling? Okay. We have another factor or characteristics in the Elizabethan drama. Absence of female actors. This point was so, you know, annoying for the playwrights. It was so, you know, shaking their, you know, consciousness. Okay, they could not use female actors in plays because their culture would not allow that, as the culture in Iraq. You know, in Iraq, females are not allowed to do so many things. Okay? You are not allowed to do so many things. It was the same during the Renaissance, during the Elizabethan age. Females were not allowed to perform, okay, to act plays. That's why they replaced female actors with children. Why? Because the voice was similar to the voice of a female. The voice of small children of 9 to 12-year-old, okay? The voice of these boys was so similar to the voice of female actors. That's why they used, okay, small children to perform the roles, okay, of female characters. And they would use boys from 17 to 19 to perform the role of, you know, of old women, okay? Of old women, because the voice is somehow, you know, similar to old women. Right? So that was problematic. What do you think? One day, if you will become actors in drama, okay, you should memorize the script. Okay, you should memorize the script before you come to the stage. What do you think? Is it possible for a boy of 9 or 12? Is it possible for a boy of 9 to memorize a long script?
No.
It is so hard, even for you, even for me, to memorize, you know, a script. of, for example, Shakespeare, and that hard language, okay? It was somehow so hard, so difficult for them. That's why most of the playwrights, most of the dramatists, they tried, okay, to marginalize, okay, marginalize, what's the meaning of marginalize? No, marginalize, تهميش, أقصى, okay, تهميش. To marginalize the role of females. Okay, they try to, limit the role of female characters. Not Shakespeare, of course, but we have other minor playwrights. They try to, limit the role of female characters because the small children, it was impossible for them to memorize long scripts. Okay, that's why if you go to minor plays, you will find so little roles for females. Okay, we have what? Number 5. Theater goers, or the audience, right? The audience, or spectators, or the theater goers. The audience at that time, they were so naughty. Naughty?
Yeah.
Okay? They were so lousy. They were bad people, okay? Bad audience. Why? They were so critical. They were criticizing the plays. If they didn't like the play, they would hoot like this. Boo, this is bad, go away. Or throw vegetables at the actors. Okay, go away, this is bad, this is horrible. That's so bad. Or they would go up on the stage and fight, okay, with the actors. Okay, they fight. They would punch them in the face because they do not like the play. That's it. They would make so much, okay, noise, and they were so lousy. Okay, they were bad audience. That's why the playwright, the writer, was so keen, was so sharp, was so careful to be perfect in writing his play. Why? Because he had in his mind that I have bad audience, I have naughty audience, I have lousy audience, so I should be careful. I should write a very good and perfect play. That's why another reason with perfection and for the rise of Elizabethan drama was the audience. They were so critical. They criticized the plays immediately. Immediately they would give their own ideas or they would give their own criticism. That's why it was problematic and annoying for the playwrights. It annoyed the writers of plays, the playwrights. Are these points clear? Shall I move on?
Yes.
Is it clear? Do you have any question? Is it clear?
Yes.
Is it clear, lady? No? No? Which one, please? Number 5, theater goers or what? The audience. Okay, the audience. You know the audience? The people who watch the play, the audience. The audience were so critical. They were lousy, they were naughty, okay? They would give their own criticism at once, immediately, okay? They would hoot, okay, shouting, booing, boo, okay? Or throw vegetables at the actors, or they would go up on the stage and fight, okay? Or punch the actors on the face, okay? So that was so, annoying for the playwrights. That's why the playwrights, the writers of the play, they tried to be perfect in writing drama, in writing plays. It helped so much for the rise of drama, Elizabethan drama, in a good shape, because he had in his mind that he has, bad audience, critical audience, so he should be careful. Okay?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Do you have any question? Yes, please. Okay. So we move on to the elements of drama. Shall I clean the board?
Yes.
No? Or yes?
Yes. Yes.
Somebody said no. Elements of drama. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. But do not hoot, okay? Do not hoot. Okay? There is a fact you should know before we talk about the elements of drama. We have so many elements of drama. We have maybe tens of elements of drama, or hundreds, okay? But we have almost 5 elements that are agreed upon among critics, okay? They are agreed among critics, 5 elements that we are going to mention, okay? And again, before, yes please? You have a question? Okay. Before I move on, you should, in this course, finally you should be prepared, you should be ready to criticize a play or to criticize a movie, okay? This course is going to enable you to look at a play or to watch a movie in a different way, okay? You should be able finally to criticize a movie, okay? You should be movie critics. So please pay attention. These are, interesting and important at the same time, okay? So as I told you, we have so many elements of drama. I'm going to mention the 5 most important ones and agreed upon ones, okay? Number 1, we have characters. Okay, who can tell me what is a character? What is a character? Yes, please. You, lady? Yes, can you tell me what is a character? Yes, lady. At the end, you. Yes, please. What is a character? Last year, you studied Dr. Foster's, right?
Yes.
So, what is a character? What is a character? Yes, lady. Yes?
The people who made the play on the camera.
Okay. That is actor, not character. Okay, who can tell me what is an actor and what is a character? Yes, please.
So the character is the character that the writer writes about.
Okay, yes.
And the actor who represents this character.
Very good. Yes, please. Anybody else? Yes, thank you. So, as your brother here said, the characters are the people within a story. The characters are the people within the play. The characters are the people within the plot. Okay? They are not real people. They are not real people. But actors, they are the people who perform the role of the characters. They are real people. Okay? They are real people. For example, Hamlet is a character.
Yes.
Okay? But for example, Johnny Depp, he is what? He is an actor. Okay? Hamlet is one, but Johnny Depp can perform different characters, perform the roles of different characters, right? Okay? So characters are the people within the story, within the play, right? What is a character? Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes? What is a character? Yes? No, you. Yes, sir. No, you can. The characters. So we have, almost 4 types of characters. Number 1. The protagonist. Okay, what is a protagonist? What is a protagonist? Yes, please. Yes, lady.
The center of
Okay. Yes, thank you. Yes, please. What is a protagonist? Yes, the main character, right. And what else? Yes, please. So, the protagonist is the main character, or the central character, or maybe we call him the hero, okay? The hero of the play. So the protagonist is the main character, the most important one, around whom the events go, the actions happen to the main character. For example, this is the story, and here is what? Okay, the protagonist. All the events are going around him. Okay, all the events are going around the main character. Just about the protagonist. Okay, he is the center of the action. He is the center of attention, right?
Like Hamlet?
Like Hamlet, right? Like Dr. Faustus. Very good. Okay, who can tell me some other examples from plays or movies you've watched? Come on, can you tell me some? Okay, Romeo and Juliet, right? The Sons and Lovers. Okay, who's the name? What's the name of protagonist? Okay, yes.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Yes, the name is Paul, right? Yes, yes, please. Yes. Harry Potter. Again, please. It's the name of what? Movie or play? A movie? It's a movie or play? Okay.
It's a history.
I'm not sure. Okay, I didn't hear about it. Yes? Yes, please? Again, please? Okay, yes, right. Yes. And what else? Yes? Troy. Troy, okay. Yes? Yes, lady? Right. On Mukhtar in the movie, he is the protagonist, right? Yes, and what else? Yes? Okay, in the movie Titanic, right? Okay, who is the protagonist? Jack or Rose? Who says Rose and who says Jack? Yes, Rose, and you? Rose and... Okay, okay, so the protagonist is Rose. Okay, the protagonist is Rose. So the protagonist is the main character or the hero. We move to another type of characters. It's called the antagonist. Okay, what is an antagonist? What is an antagonist? Yes, please. Okay, the antagonist, yes, please.
Of the actors that hero.
Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you.
The basic?
The what? The basic? The what?
The basic,
Okay.
except the hero.
Okay.
The secondary characters.
Okay, no. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Indirect character.
The what?
Indirect character.
No. The protagonist, the antagonist is the character who is the opposite of protagonist. He is the bad guy. He is the villain. You know villain?
Yes.
Villain?
Yes.
The bad guy, villain. He is the opposite of the protagonist. He is the bad guy. Okay? He always tries to put the protagonist in bad situations, right? Okay? So he always tries to put the protagonist in bad situations. He is called the antagonist. Okay, you can tell me some examples from plays or movies. Yes, please. Very good. Yes, right.
Lord Voldemort. Harry Potter.
The guy without the nose, right? Yes, right. Yes, please.
Mephistopheles and Faustus.
Mephistopheles, right. He is an antagonist. Or we have Lucifer, maybe, right? Lucifer or Mephistopheles. You know, Mephistopheles is tricky. Mephistopheles is tricky. I'm going to mention two other types. Mephistopheles is the three types all together. Okay, we are going to mention them. Yes, please. Any other example? Any example? Come on, don't tell me you spend your day just reading. Do you read all the time?
No.
Of course you don't read all the time.
We sleep.
Yes, sleep or watch movies. Okay. Right? Okay, tell me some examples from movies you've watched. Yes? MashaAllah. Okay, so the antagonist is the bad guy in a play or in a movie. We have a third type of characters. He's called the foil. He's called the foil. You can tell me what is the foil? You can tell me what is the foil? Yes, please. Are you? Okay.
The other characters,
Okay. Okay. What kind of other characters?
it's just not the main character. The joke.
Okay, you are close, but you are not at the point. So the foil, look, it is again tricky. Look here. The foil is the character who has opposite characteristics of another one. Again, the foil is a character who has the opposite characteristics of other people, of other characters in a play, right? For example, let me give you an example. Okay, this is white and this is black. A black is the foil of white, okay? They are the opposite. Okay, they are the opposite of each other. But maybe black is good. Black maybe is a good guy, but he is the foil of white, okay?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, they are the opposite of each other. They are the opposite of each other in characteristics, okay?
Yes.
But maybe the opposite is good or bad, okay? For example, Tom and Jerry, right? Tom and Jerry? Tom is the foil of Jerry. We love both characters. Both characters are good, okay? Tom is good and Jerry is good. But Tom is the foil of Jerry, okay? So they have opposite characteristics, opposite elements, okay? Okay, is it clear? Yes, please?
The bad angel and the good angel.
Oh, very good. Right. So the bad angel is the foil of the good angel, and the bad angel is bad. And at the same time, is the foil of a good angel. Perfect, very good. Yes, please. Yes?
Severus Snape.
Again?
Severus Snape. Harry Potter.
It is the foil of who?
Foil of Harry Potter.
Ah. Yes, right. Okay, you can say that. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Spider-Man.
Yes? Spider-Man? Okay, who is the foil of Spider-Man? You shouldn't tell me the foil.
Question, sir.
Yes.
What's the difference between the foil and the good guy and the bad guy?
Okay, we said this is the good guy.
Yes.
This is the bad guy.
Yes.
And foil, antagonist is the foil of the bad guy, okay, of the good guy. Okay? But foil may be also a good guy, but he is the opposite of the protagonist. The foil may be good, but he is the opposite in characteristics. Maybe good or maybe bad, but he has opposite characteristics for other characters. That's the foil. Okay? For example, in Arabic we say Kareem. What is the opposite of Kareem? Bakhil. So Bakhil may be good in a play. Kareem may be a good guy in a plot, but he is the foil of who? Is the opposite of Bakhil. Okay? So that's the foil. We move to another type of characters. We call him confident. What is a confident? You can tell me. What is a confident? Okay, a confident is the second character in a play. The confident is the friend of the protagonist, of the hero. The confident gives advice to the protagonist. Yes, please.
The pride.
Again?
The pride.
You know? Sorry?
The pride of the protagonist.
Yes, you can say that. Yes, right. Okay? So the confidence is assisting. He always helps the protagonist. He gives him advice. Okay? He is the second character after the protagonist. Okay? Normally, in almost all the plays or movies, normally, the confidant dies. Okay? And the protagonist survives. Right? Okay, for example, who can give an example for confidence? Yes?
Hermione Granger.
Again?
Hermione Granger. Harry Potter.
Okay.
All my examples are about Harry Potter.
Okay, that's good. That's very good. Okay, it's a novel, right? It's very good. Okay, yes, please. Any other example? For example, yes, please. Right. Yes. For example, in Titanic, you said Jack and Rose. Jack is the confidant of Rose. So Jack is confident, right? Or another example? Yes, please. Come on. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Okay. Confident. Confident is the second character after the protagonist. He is the friend of the protagonist. Okay. He helps the protagonist. He gives him advice. Okay. He is the friend of the protagonist, of the main character. Okay. He is the second character. Okay. As you know, in Oscar-winning prizes, okay, we have a prize for the assistant actor, right? The assistant actor is what? Is the confidant. Okay? You can tell me some examples. Yes, please. Right. Yes, one of your friends is mentioned. Yes. Okay. Right. Yes. Yes.
The scholar and Dr. Faustus is a friend.
The scholar. Yes. Okay. Again. Okay. Yes. Right. Yes. Again. The old man. Yes. Right. So, the confidant is the second character or the friend of the protagonist. Okay, one of you mentioned Mephistopheles. Mephistopheles is a tricky character. Okay, he is a sly character. Okay, he is at the same time he is an antagonist. Okay, he is the foil of Dr. Faustus, right? He is the foil of Dr. Faustus. He is against the opposite in characteristics of Dr. Faustus, and again at the same time he is the confidant of Dr. Faustus, right?
Yes.
Okay, remember that?
Yes.
So he is a tricky, he is a sly character, right? He is so, you know, just moving from here to here. Okay, he can change in characteristics. He is changing in roles. Okay. So is it clear? Shall I move on?
Yes.
Shall I move on?
Yeah.
Dialogue. Okay? Dialogue. What is a dialogue? Yes, please?
The conversation between the
Okay, yes. Okay, thank you. Yes, please? Yes, please. Yes.
Communication and dialogue.
Okay. Okay, right. Thank you. Yes, please?
The story itself.
Okay. Right, thank you.
A scenario between the actors.
Okay, yes, thank you.
We can say it's the script.
The script, yes, the script, right. So, dialogue is the speech between characters. Is the speech spoken by characters. Dialogue is the speech spoken by characters. Okay, some of you mentioned the conversation. Why we cannot say dialogue in a play or in drama is conversation? Why? Conversation is what?
So because sometimes the dialogue is between the character himself.
Right. Look, conversation is a speech between two people, right? Between two people. It is a conversation. But sometimes, in some plays, okay, we have only one character on the stage.
Like soliloquy?
Yes, like soliloquy. Okay? So that's why it is not conversation. It is another type we are going to tackle. So dialogue is the speech spoken, okay, by the characters. For example, we have one of the types. One of the types is monologue. What is a monologue? You can tell me what is a monologue. Some examples from Dr. Faustus. Can you tell me? What is a monologue? Monologue. monologue is a speech spoken by a character for a long time to silent listeners. Again, it is a speech, it is a long speech by one character to silent listeners. Okay? For example, my speech now is a kind of monologue to you. You are just silent, although some of you are speaking just from, yes? Monologue? Okay. Monologue, it is a long speech by one character to silent listeners. Okay, to silent listeners. Okay? One character speaks to other people, to other characters on the stage, and they are listening to him. He speaks for a long time. It is called monologue. Okay? It is a kind of monologue. We have what? Soliloquy. Okay? Yes, please. What is soliloquy? Yes?
The character speaks with himself and decides his.
Yes, very good. Yes. Yes.
So the character speaks with himself alone on the stage.
Very good. Yes. Yes, thank you. So, the speech by a character to himself, it is called soliloquy. Soliloquy is the speech by a character to himself. Okay? Why the playwrights use soliloquy? What is the use of soliloquy? Why it is good to use soliloquy? Yes, please.
Show the conflict inside the
Yes.
character.
It's very good. It's very good. It is you. Yes, please. Again, please. Go again. Right. Yes, please.
To show what he's thinking about at this moment.
Very good. Right. Yes, please.
Give an idea of what they have.
Right. That's another reason. Very good. So, soliloquy, it is used to express the inside ideas, to express the inside emotions. Okay? Soliloquy is used to show what the character is thinking about. Okay? So he speaks to himself. He is alone on the stage. Nobody else is here. Okay? I am a character and nobody else is on the stage. I am alone. And I am speaking to myself. That is called soliloquy. Okay? It is used to express, to show the inside ideas and inside emotions. Okay? Soliloquy. We move to a third type. It's called yes. Aside. What is aside? Yes, please.
The character speaks with another character
Okay. Yes, thank you. Yes, please.
but aside of the other characters alone, they speak
Okay.
alone.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Yes, please.
Two characters.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Two characters speak to each other about the third characters, but these characters don't listen for them.
Okay. You almost catch the point, but not exactly. Yes, please. Yes.
Like talking in private.
Yes. Yes. You're almost there. Yes, please.
Sacred speech.
You're almost there. Yes, right. You're so close to the point.
The gossip between the audience.
Yes, please.
The gossip between the audience.
The gossip you mean to the audience or between the audience?
Between characters.
Okay. Look, aside is a speech by a character to himself, and the other characters cannot hear them, cannot hear him. Okay. The speech by a character to himself, while other characters cannot hear him. Okay. For example, I have here two characters. I leave them, I go aside, and speak to myself. Okay, I hate these guys. Okay, these are bad guys. I do not want to be friends with them. And I go back here. Hello guys, what's up? How are you doing? Okay, that speech is called aside. When I leave the characters and go aside, I go in the corner and speak to myself. Okay, and they cannot hear me. Okay, they cannot hear me. Okay, this is called aside. This speech is
So how is it different from soliloquy?
soliloquy. The character is alone on the stage, nobody else. He is just one. Aside, I have characters, and I speak to myself, but they cannot hear me. That is called aside, right? Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what is aside, lady? Yes, please. Yes, in the middle. Yes, please. Yes. Yes. Yes, please.
As well as the speech by a character.
Yes, please. Okay.
The speech by a character to another, but you don't hear.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Yes, lady, with a brown scarf. Yes, please. You. Yes, you. No, you. Yes, please. No, you. You know. Yes. Yes. Okay. Do you know what is the sign? Is it clear? No? Okay, tell me. When I ask, is it clear or not? You just do not be hesitant. Tell me it is not clear, okay? Because you are required to answer these questions in the exam, in daily quizzes, okay? Do not be hesitant. Tell me it is not clear to repeat the point, please. Okay? Again, aside, yes, please.
It's a character talk with himself with another guy, but he don't heard him. So
Yes.
it's like a gossiping.
Yes, it's like a gossip, okay? Right, okay, yes, please. Right, yes, very good, that's right.
The speech of character to himself and the other characters cannot hear.
Perfect, very good, true, okay? So, lady, look here, lady. Aside is a type of speech by a character to himself while the other characters cannot hear him, okay? He is speaking to himself, but the other characters cannot hear him. Okay? Is it clear? Okay, again. It is the speech by a character while other characters cannot hear him. He is speaking to himself. Yes. Sorry? Not necessarily. Not necessarily talking about the other characters. Maybe he has some thoughts. Okay, but he does not want the other guys here to listen to him, okay, to hear him. That's why he used aside, okay? Again, what is the use of aside? Why the dramatist, why the playwright use, aside? What is the use of aside? Yes, please? Yes?
To show the thoughts of the character.
Again, yes, right, that's right. It is the same reason here. We said why we use soliloquy.
Show inside the...
Yes. Why we use soliloquy? Yes, please. Yes. Why we use soliloquy?
Show conflict.
Isn't it clear soliloquy or not? Not? No. Okay. Soliloquy is a speech by a character to himself. Okay. This is called soliloquy. The speech of a character to himself alone. It is called soliloquy. We use. Yes, to himself. Okay, we said we use it why? We use it as your brother here said. Yes, please.
To show what he's thinking about.
Yes, very good. Yes, perfect. Okay. Yes, please.
To show inside idea.
Now, very good. Perfect. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, lady.
To show ideas, thoughts, feelings, and conflict.
Perfect. Perfect. Right. Yes, please. Okay. So it is used to show the inside conflict, the inside ideas of the characters, to show what the character is thinking about. Okay, we use aside. Okay, we move on to the third type. We have plot. Okay. Okay, what is a plot? Yes, please. Yes, lady. Yes. Yes. Very good. Right. Yes, please.
Didn't we have 4 types of dramas?
Okay. Yes, we have, and again, right. Look, we have again dialogue. Dialogue. It is the speech between two characters.
This is the conversation.
It is conversation, right? Okay. Here we have dialogue. It is the speech between two characters, right? Okay. It is, as your sister here said, it is the conversation. It is the speech between two characters. It is called dialogue. Okay. I think the etymology of this word means two, okay? It means dialogue. And mono means one, solo, alone, okay? Yes, okay? Now we move on to plot. Okay, what is the plot? Yes, please?
Contain the action of the play.
Okay, yes, right. Yes, please? Yes, please, lady?
The actions of the play.
You're almost there. You're almost there. Yes, please?
It's the problem of
Okay, yes, you're almost there. Look, the plot is the sequence of events in a play. Again, the plot is the sequence of events in a play or in a movie, right? Okay, we have a story and we have a plot. What's the difference between story and plot? We have plot, we have story. What's the difference? Yes, please?
The story is the whole work,
Okay.
but the plot is the rising up of events.
Yes, you're almost touched the point. Yes, good. Look, story is a straight line of events. It's very straight, okay? No right, no left, no up, no down. It's very straight. But plot, it is moving around from here to here, from future to past. We use in plot, we use certain techniques. For example, we use foreshadowing. You know foreshadowing? Okay, we use flashback. You know flashback?
Yes.
Okay, so that's plot. In plot, we use these techniques. In story, no, story is a straight line. One of the novelists, very famous novelist in the 18th century, he described the difference very beautifully. Okay, very beautifully. He said that a story is like riding a mule. You know mule?
Yes.
M-U-L-E. It is like riding a mule, traveling from one city into another city. Okay, and the rider, the person who is riding the mule, he observes things during his travel, and he writes things. He, for example, he cancels something, and he focuses on something else. He gives importance to some details. Okay, and he's trying to diminish the importance of other things. That's the plot. Okay, the travel is the story, but the observation is the plot. Okay, you cancel something, you add something, you give importance to something else, and so on. So that's the plot. Okay, and the story is the travel from one place to another. So we have some elements, 4 elements of plot. I'm going to mention them quickly. Okay. Exposition. Exposition means, yes please?
Before that, you mean by plot, it's the important event in the story?
The sequence of events. The sequence, you know sequence?
Yes.
The sequence of events in a story, in a play, okay? Exposition here. Exposition is the introduction of the plot. Exposition is the introduction of the plot. It introduces people, characters, it introduces places, it introduces everything. So it is the introduction of the plot. We move on to the next step. We have what? Conflict. We have conflict. In every plot, we have a problem. In every plot, we have a problem. The conflict is the beginning of the problem. So the conflict is the beginning of the problem in the plot. Conflict is the beginning of the problem in the plot. We move on to the next step. We have what? Climax. Climax means the highest point in the problem. The top in the problem. After which things shift. Okay? It is the highest point, okay, in a problem. And finally, we have what? Resolution.
Ending of the plot.
It is the end of the plot. Resolution is the end of the plot, okay? Okay, let me draw a diagram here. Look, the plot is exactly like this diagram. Look, this is exposition. Here is the conflict. Here is the climax, and here is the resolution. Okay? Introduction, beginning of the problem, the highest point in the problem and the end of the plot, the end of the problem. Okay. For example, here in the introduction, we introduce A and character A and character B. Here, character A kills character B. Here, the police officers go to chase character A because he is a criminal, and finally they catch him. Okay, so that's the end. I'm going to move on quickly. Number 4. Not sitting, setting. Okay, not sitting. You know sitting and setting?
Yes.
Okay, sitting and setting. Okay. Yes, please. Yes? Yes, please. Which one? The third one, climax. It is the highest point in the problem, in the plot. We said every plot has a problem. So the climax is the highest point in the problem. Okay? The highest point in the problem. Here. This is the climax. The highest point in the problem. The highest point in the plot. Okay? Setting. Okay, what is setting? Yes, please.
The place and the time.
Okay, yes, thank you. So, you know, it is accepted among almost all the people that setting is place and time in a play or in a novel or movie. But you are not, you are studying in, specific things in the course of drama. You should know more things than common people. Setting contains 4 elements. We are going to mention in details. Okay? Number 1. We have culture. You know culture?
Yes.
What's the meaning of culture in Arabic? Okay, very good. So one of the elements of setting is the culture. Number 2. Yes. Historical period. Historical period. Historical period is one of the elements of setting. If we know the historical period of a play, we will recognize the setting. If we recognize the setting, we will understand the meaning of the play. Okay?
Yes.
For example, this is the diagram of what? Of historical period. This is the 20th century, 19th century, 15th, 10th, and so on. Okay? Do we have the same culture now as it was 200 years ago?
Of course not.
No, of course not, because things are different now from the past, okay? That's why it is important to identify the historical period, to identify the culture, to identify the setting. So they are interrelated, they are connected, okay? They are connected. We cannot, okay, separate them, make separations, okay? We have what? We have geography, or the place, geography. We have geography of a country, geography of a city, geography of a neighborhood, and so on, the place, okay? Again, it is important to recognize the geography in a play, okay, to understand the setting and the result will be understanding the play, the drama, okay? It is important to identify the geography, the place, okay? Again, do we have the same culture in Iraq as it is in the USA, for example? No, of course not, because we have separate cultures, okay? Again, when we know the geography, we'll know the culture. Historical period, if you identify, we'll know the culture. If we know these, we'll know the setting, again, okay? They give you the meaning, the core meaning of the play. And the last element of setting is what? Hour. You know, identifying the hour gives you extra meaning. It gives you extra meaning when you know the hour, the specific time of the action. For example, I myself, if I go in the morning, for example, and kill someone, does it have the same meaning when I go at night and sneaking and kill someone? Does it have the same meaning? No, it doesn't have the same meaning. Okay? When in the morning, when I kill someone, it means that I'm not afraid of the people. I'm not afraid of the government. I have courage. Okay, I'm brave as I think, as I believe. Yes. Okay. But when I sneak at night and go and kill someone, it means that I'm afraid. Yes, I have no support. Another example in Julius Caesar, okay, by Shakespeare. When they plotted, when they planned to assassinate the king, when they planned to kill the king, you know, the meeting was at night because they were afraid, they were alone, they were weak, okay? So knowing the hour gives you extra meaning, gives you more meanings, okay? And the last element of drama I'm going to mention here is the theme. Okay, what is a theme? Yes, please?
The main idea?
Right. So yes, the theme is the main idea of a play. The central idea, the central subject, the central thought. Okay? Theme is the main subject, the main idea of a play. Okay? Within one play, we may have more than one theme. We may have 2, 3, 4, 5, and tens of themes. Okay? For example, in Dr. Fawcett's, can you mention some of the themes? Can you tell me some of the themes? Yes, please.
Tragedy.
Tragedy, okay? Tragedy is not a theme, it is a type of drama. Okay, think about another theme. Yes, please. Pride, very good. Yes? Yes, lady? Again? Determination, you mean? Temptation, right, very good.
Irony.
Irony is not, a theme, again, it is a technique, okay? Yes, please. Again, yes? Okay, yes, thank you. Yes, please? No, not morality play. Okay, thank you. Yes?
Not in the Dr. Fawcett's, the old man and the sea.
Okay.
Loneliness.
Loneliness, yes, very good. Yes, please. Deception, right? Deception? Yes, right, very good. We find so many themes in Dr. Fawcett's, okay? For example, the main theme, I believe, is immortality, seeking immortality, okay? Seeking fame, to be famous, okay? He just sold his soul to buy 24 years of pleasure, of power, of strength, okay? That's exactly what the bad guys are doing. That's exactly what ISIS is doing. They have sold their souls only for temporary pleasure, for now. They only think about now, and they sold their souls, okay, forever. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, before I finish the lecture, here characters in some schools of drama as the absurd theater. Okay, as the absurd theater. You know absurd theater in Arabic, المسرح العبثي. You know, it occurred in the 20th century, the middle of the 20th century by Samuel Beckett. Okay. So in the absurd theater, in some plays, some elements of drama are omitted. For example, Samuel Beckett in one of his plays, he used one of the characters is only the lips of a woman. Okay, the lips of a woman. Okay. Yes, the lips of a woman. The light is shed on the lips, and the lips are chatting from the beginning till the end, blah blah blah, saying nonsense sentences, nonsense. Okay, okay, that's like the character. So it is not real people. It is not a people, a personality, a real guy, a real personality. Or, for example, dialogue. Okay, we have acts without words. In absurd theater, we have some plays. You don't find speech. Okay, everything is mimic. Okay, just moving from here to here and so on. Okay, you can't find dialogue. Or, for example, the plot. Okay, again, in the play by the lips, you can't find plot. Just speaking nonsense. Okay, and setting. In those plays, you can't find place, culture, hour, geography, and so on. Okay, some contemporary, playwrights they tend to omit some of the elements of drama. Okay. Finally, I'm going to summarize the lecture. We've talked about the history of the Renaissance of drama. Renaissance drama. We mentioned 5 aspects, and we later on moved to the elements of drama. We mentioned 5 elements. We said number 1, characters. Okay, how many characters? 4. Protagonist, antagonist, foil, confident. Okay, number 2. Dialogue, monologue, soliloquy, aside, and dialogue. Okay, number 3. Plot, exposition, conflict, climax, resolution. Okay, and move on. Okay, what else? Setting, not Satan. Setting, yes. Culture, historical period, geography, and power. And finally, the theme, which is the main idea in a play. Do you have any questions? Okay, you are going to have a quiz on today's lecture. Okay, you are going to have a quiz next lecture. Okay, on this. Do you have any question?
No, sir.
I hope so. Okay, thank you for listening. You can leave the class.